Once upon a time, in a small village in India, there lived Subal, a thin and weak man. His son, Sushil, was a naughty kid and would disturb the peace of the villagers quite often. Subal, having rheumatism, couldn't run after Sushil easily.
My son is really too naughty, Vikram. What can I do? My rheumatism is too bad, and he is like an agile monkey.
Isn't that Sushil?
Hey, bring back my chicken!
One morning, Sushil rolled around in bed thinking,
There's a maths test today, but I don't want to go.
Sushil, wake up! Son, it'll be time for school soon.
Father? I don't think I can go. I've got a, terrible stomachache.
A stomachache, huh? Poor child. Is it that bad?
Sushil nodded miserably. He was happy thinking his trick was working.
Well, then you can't go to school today. You will also miss the Bosie's fireworks celebration. What a shame.
He left the room, leaving Sushil horrified. He had been looking forward to going to the Boses to eat jalebis and watch the fireworks.
Here, drink this medicine. It'll help you.
Father, I'm fine. My stomachache is gone.
But what if it comes back? Here, drink this right now.
Poor Sushil unwillingly gulps down the whole bowl of nasty liquid. Subal left the room and locked him inside.
Father, what are you doing?
It would be better if you rested the whole day.
Sushil banged on the door, but to no avail. He cried bitterly.
I wish I was older. I would be able to do anything I wanted.
Outside, Subal was thinking hard.
Sushil doesn't know how lucky he is to be young. I was too pampered by my parents and never studied. I wish I was young again. Then I'd study the whole day and get the best of marks.
The day passed by, and in the end, Subal and Sushil quietly went to bed. That night, the Fairy of Desires visited their home.
I've heard your wishes, and since it is what you want so badly, I shall grant them.
The next day, Subal woke up feeling very odd.
Why are my clothes so loose? Oh, what? Is this really my body? Sushil!
He ran into Sushil's room, worried. But instead of his son, there was an old man sitting on the bed.
Oh! These clothes are tight. What's happened to me?
Sushil? Oh! Now I understand.
Sushil, amazed to see Subal as a child, listened to his explanation with much shock.
Well, we've got our wishes. We can do whatever we want.
Don't scream so loud.
I feel so rejuvenated. I can't study like this. I think I'll go out and fish.
Fish? No. Since you're a kid, then you have to go to school.
What?
Go on. I'm the adult now, so do as I tell you.
Subal was dumbstruck, but meekly dressed up and went.
Now, what should I do? Oh, I know. I'll climb the tallest tree in this village.
So he went out to the village center where a huge banyan tree grew. While walking, his legs hurt and trembled.
maybe because it's a new body. It'll take time to get used to.
But as he reached, he was only more tired.
Isn't so big. I can do this.
He started to climb slowly, struggling with each move.
Just one more. Finally.
He sat on the lowest branch of the tree, huffing and puffing so violently that the sounds brought people around.
Mohan, Sheila.
But his friends didn't recognize him and only jeered at him. People started giggling seeing an old man sitting in the tree.
Whoa! Ow!
The crowd burst into laughter, including his friends. Annoyed at this, he painfully stood up and limped away. Reaching home, he found Subal standing there.
Why are you home so early?
It was half day today. I'm ravished. Please give me some food.
Why should I?
Well, I'm hungry. That's why.
So Sushil wobbled over to the kitchen and started to cook.
Put more of that. Ooh, and put in less carrots. I don't like those. Faster, faster. I'm really hungry.
Oh, be quiet and let me cook.
Sushil was tired by the time food was served, but Subal hungrily walloped everything with gusto and licked his plate clean.
Yum! Wasn't that delicious?
Silly little child.
The next morning, Sushil went out to gorge on some sweets.
Ooh, these look amazing. Let's have a nice bite. Oh, it's so sweet.
He had thought of getting some for Subal, but now changed his mind. Sushil's taste had changed with his age, but he didn't realize that. Meanwhile, at school, Subal was bored listening to his lessons.
Subal, why aren't you paying attention?
Because I already know everything you're teaching.
Then what about telling me what I was talking about?
It's my science teacher, and there's a plant drawn on the board. Well, you were talking about the importance of plants and how they give us oxygen, right?
Subal, I'm taking art class today, not science. And you're supposed to draw this plant. Go and stand outside till lessons are over.
Oh dear.
On the other hand, Sushil was roaming around quite annoyed.
Oh, maybe a nice cool swim will do me good.
He had hardly dipped half his body in when he started to feel terribly cold.
This water is too cold.
So out he scrambled and walked back home. He caught a miserable cold, and the water had only worsened his rheumatism. School was over and Subal was returning home, very downcast. Suddenly, he saw some of his friends sitting and discussing something. He went up to them and listened carefully as they spoke.
Oh, I don't agree with you at all. Don't you think you're being a bit harsh?
The old men stared aghast at the little child who had boldly given his opinion. Subal had completely forgotten that he was still a kid, and his friends didn't recognize him.
Whose child are you? Haven't you any manners?
Go away. Don't come between elders.
Subal hurried home in fear of getting scolded even more. It was dark by the time he reached.
I'm home.
Sorry, I'm not well enough to cook for you.
You don't cook for me either ways. Just rest. No use. Nothing here. I guess I'm gonna have to starve tonight.
That night, they thought about the last few miserable days.
This is terrible. I can't swim, climb, I can't even walk without tripping. My body aches and I haven't eaten a single sweet for so long.
I hate this. I'd rather talk to my friends about serious matters than talk to Sushil's classmates about matching stickers. School's boring when I've already learned everything. I'm too short to even cook a meal for myself. I wish to be back to the way I was.
It seems you have realized what you truly desire. Hence, I will turn you back to your usual forms.
The next morning, Subal woke up and he felt a familiar pain throughout his body.
Ah! What is this? Huh? Ah!
Huh? Father?
Sushil ran to his father's room.
Father, what's wrong? Whoa!
Sushil, I'm back to my original state. Woo! And you're back to yours as well.
What? Yippee! Father, I'm going to school. I have to meet all my friends again.
And so Sushil hurriedly ran out of his home. Subal, on the other hand, went straight to the kitchen to make himself a nice warm breakfast.
How strange it all seems. But now, I know what it's like to be a kid again. I should probably go easier on Sushil.
At school, Sushil was happy to be surrounded by his friends.
How silly I was. I love being a kid, but I mustn't trouble Father ever again. It's terrible to be as old as him. I've understood now.
And so the story ends. The idiom, before judging someone, walk a mile in their shoes, means a lot, as you never really know what the other person is going through. Be content and happy with whatever you have and are, just as Subal and Sushil eventually learned.